And with this strategy, I now have a 99 overall. I've grown my YouTube channel from, well, no subscribers, right, to 5,000 subscribers and gotten monetized in just 3 to 4 months. As a student just like you, I have tons of things that I need to balance, whether it's school, family, friends, sports, and everything in between. But the truth is, we all have the same 24 hours in our day. And in those 24 hours, we spend time to get good results in the things that we find important. Sort of like spending money. We spend time studying so we can get a good grade. We spend time exercising so that we can become healthy and fit. So what's the secret behind balancing all these things and still being successful? And so in this video, I'm going to reveal the key to being able to do what you want and still get good grades. And I'm going to teach you how to use this information so that you can work smarter and not harder. If you stick around to the end of the video, I'll also show you a mental framework that I personally use to stay consistent and motivated whenever I carry out this plan. Let's not waste any more time. The secret to getting your shit together is by revolving your life around two things. Because the price of being good is a shitload of time. Balancing your life doesn't mean being able to do 30 things at once. It means being successful in the few things that are significant to you. And so your first step in this guide is to be able to identify 2 or 3 conditions or events that you want to guarantee happen. For example, I want to guarantee that not only do I get good grades in school, I also want to guarantee that I have enough time to hang out with my family and friends. Okay, that is an example. Another example is what I'm doing personally, right? I never tell you guys to do anything that I have not tried myself. And so with this strategy, I have said I want to be able to guarantee that I get good grades in school while still being able to grow my YouTube channel and also keep my, me mentally healthy, right? And with this strategy, I now have a 99 overall in my, 3rd year of high school. And I've grown my YouTube channel from, no subscribers, right? I just started in, I think it was July or June, to 5,000 subscribers and gotten monetized in just 3 to 4 months. And so you can see this strategy actually does work as long as you put in work. So if you haven't already, do that step. Okay, now onto the interesting stuff. So just because I told you this information doesn't just magically get your shit together, obviously. So once you've chosen your 2 to 3 priorities, you're gonna have to organize your day a little bit. But the problem is you don't have enough time to do what you want, which is why you're watching this video anyways. So let's free up some time before we move on to the second half of this plan. Your day is broken up into 5 main components that take up your time: school, sleep, extracurriculars, homework, and relaxation time. Now out of these 5 activities, 3 of them are non-negotiable: school, sleep, and extracurriculars. Although if it's some weird class or thing that doesn't mean a lot to you, you can technically just cut it. So there's that. But with that being said, we can only modify our homework and relaxation time most of the time to free up space to do our priority tasks. And I'll cover relaxation first just because it affects the time it takes for you to do homework as well. Relaxation time is necessary. It's essentially recharging your batteries to work harder. But most people do a lot of relaxing and not very much work. And so for most people, there's actually a lot of room for them to cut down on relaxation time. Whether it is looking at their phone too much, or binging Netflix shows, or playing too many video games, right? And be honest here, were these the first things that you thought of when you were making a list of your priorities, a list of the things that you actually cared about? Because if they are, cool, try and work around them. But if you got other hobbies or goals or things that you're trying to work towards, these things are expendable. So why are you holding on to them? To feel satisfied? Comfortable? Because you can keep all that. Just know that it'll come at the cost of achieving what you really want. Next, let's cover homework time, or what I call your efficiency. Because if you're spending 4 hours trying to cover a test that you could have covered in 1 or 2 hours, then we've got a problem. And so here are 4 quick tips on how you can speed up your working process without burning out. If you want an actual in-depth guide about this, leave a comment. I'll make a video on that. But here we go. Number 1, setting mini deadlines for yourself. You'll work a lot faster under a little bit of pressure and in higher stakes situations. It's why you're able to focus a bit better on a test than compared to a regular class. Number 2, strategizing and categorizing work. So unless you're studying for an exam or a project, only do as much homework as you need to get comfortable with the information you learned today, or take notes. I find it is a better substitute. But basically what I'm trying to say is, you don't have to do everything. Remember, your time is valuable. Number 3, communicating. If you're doing an assignment and you don't understand stuff, communicate with your teacher or classmates as much as possible. Try and do it as early as you can, because if you don't have a direction, you're wasting a lot of time. Number 4, getting used to working in longer periods of time. It'll build up your tolerance for working long hours, which means that you don't have to take as much recharge time, and it'll be extremely important if you want to save as much time as possible. Alright, so now that you've gotten a bunch of extra free time, you're going to be able to now finish the second half of our plan, which is chunking up your day and organizing it. And I'm not going to be one of those people who are going to say you need to block out every single hour of your day so that you know exactly what to do every single minute. But you do have to know what are your priority tasks for the day, how long you're going to do them, and when you're going to do them. And I'll give you an example. In my case, I always try to do at least 3 hours of studying a day and then leave 1 hour to do, whether it's scripting videos or filming or even just learning something new that I can apply into my videos in the future. Right, so I allocate about 4 hours of my time to those things, or if not more, but that's the bare minimum I have to do. And usually after school, I'll go to studying right away, and then near the end, maybe after dinner, I'll start doing the YouTube stuff. So that's an example right there. And if it sounds simple, it's because it is. Because once you know exactly what you want to prioritize, once you have the free time to do it, and once you start organizing your day so you know exactly what to do moving forward, as long as you actually go through with the plan, you've basically gotten your shit together. You're going to make progress. Now, as promised, I will give you the secret mental framework that I use to, stay motivated and make sure I don't forget any of the things that I'm supposed to do. And basically, whenever I have free time or idle time, right? So let's say I'm eating or biking home or in a car, I'm always thinking of what are the main priority tasks that I still need to do today, and when can I do them? And by doing this, not only am I reminding myself, hey, I still have stuff to do, but I'm also keeping myself accountable. And when you have it in your mind and you don't forget, but you still procrastinate, you still don't get it done, you will feel shameful. You will feel some sort of guilt for not doing it, for letting yourself down. And if you're okay with letting yourself down, then you could just stop watching my videos. Like, I don't know how to help you. But for most people, you will feel some sort of shame, you will feel some sort of guilt, and this is exactly why it'll motivate you to go forward and push forward. Okay, that was a pretty packed video, so if I missed anything, or I didn't explain something well enough, feel free to leave a comment. I'll try and read all of them. On another note, I have now finally opened up memberships. So I got monetized and I opened up memberships. So I'll be doing live calls with members there, one-to-one coaching calls. You might have seen an example on my channel already. I'll be answering every single one of my members' comments, and probably also doing some personalized members videos too. But again, this is not what the channel's for, so you don't have to if you don't want to. But this is a way for people to at least support me so that I can get better at video editing and better thumbnails, because I know some of you guys have been complaining like, oh, the editing is kind of trash. But yeah, there's that to consider. And also, if you're watching this entire video and you're like, oh, but I can't focus, or I don't have enough time, like even if I have enough time, I just can't focus on things, watch this video over here. It's going to tell you exactly everything you need. Okay, so thank you so much for watching the video, and I'll see you next week.